Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Amira, and I'm coming to you live. Alright, so here's the thing. You can see the TV in the back. I've muted it, but I had to I had to talk about this. This show, Cheapskates, is like super funny. This episode right now is of a mother who is so cheap. She's making sure she spends only the total of $1,000 for her daughter's wedding. And it's just like, oh, well, everybody complains about the price for a wedding and all that, and she's doing it. Like, I think my dad would be proud because he's cheap. But then, at the same time, I think he would even say this is ridiculous. They went to, these are some of the things that you've missed besides what's going on right now. They're getting married in a school, a high school. There is no heat. They're making finger sandwiches. Oh yeah, people have to bring for the wedding, like it's like a BYOB and then a potluck. So people have to bring food, and then she looked for a wedding dress at a pawn shop, and the dress that she liked, which they got for $75, it smelled of pee because it was rat piss. I don't even know if I can say piss, but it was just like there were more that, and then the cake. This is perfect. The cake is not even real. It's just one of those like example cakes, and the mother got convinced the baker to give her the cake so she could just use it, and then they're gonna bake an actual cake and give that to the family. This is like, what? This is so embarrassing. And then she's proud because she didn't have to spend that much money. And then I hope that they can go to like sandals, like they like the husbands or parents would pay for the vacation, because imagine where they would go if the mother was paying for it. Freaking Six Flags for a honeymoon. And oh man, I feel bad because this is like, she seems like she's like, oh no, alright, serious, kind of like, I'm not doing this, but then she just still does it because I think she's so used to her mom, because I don't think, they don't mention about the father. I don't think he's in their life. But it's just like, what would you do in that situation if your parents were telling you to do all these very cheap things for a wedding? Would you do it? I personally would not, because I would rather just pay for my own things, because like, first off, I don't think there's that many wedding dresses in my size, because in a pawn shop. And then second off, the high school, like, I mean, I have some connections. She said that too. I had some connections for this, and I thought you would really love it. The ceiling was like falling apart. And then there was a net just in case the ceiling pieces had fallen off. But she didn't have to pay anything. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I'm a little bit mixed, because she could have did some things where she didn't have to. Where was she spending the $1,000 on? Because the venue was a high school, and she said she got that for free. Oh, I know what she spent like $1,000 on the decorations and all the other added stuff that she put in a room, because her daughter was still living with her, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I hope they do have a nice honeymoon, like go to Sandals or like a Caribbean where it doesn't cost like that cheap. Because like if it was up to her mom, she'd probably tell her to go around a corner and then come back. Stay vacation. I couldn't help it because I had to talk about that. It's just like, it's a marathon going on, and it's like couples, a mother, it's different types of people doing cheapskate type of things. And it's hilarious. I used to watch Cheaters and make fun of that. But this is even worse because you're living with somebody like, oh, it helps with the bills and stuff like that. But then you realize what you have to do in order for the bills to not be so high. She had a truck and it had no air conditioning. She had that truck since the 90s. She said she had it since George Bush Sr. was in oh my gosh, since I don't even know what year that episode came on. It's probably recent because it doesn't look that old. But since George Bush Sr. was a president, and then she says she even had it from then till, like, I guess from the transition to Bill Clinton. So it was just like, and then there's no AC in there. So she plugged like one of those mini fans and she directly has it towards her. I'm sure she shares it, but like, it's not like one of those big fans that goes back and forth. It just stays in one position. So what they do, what they don't add, is they have, you know, one of those cool towel things that like Copperfield thing, that you just put water on and then you put it around your neck. They wear that, and it looked like they didn't have real seatbelts. It looked like they had measuring tape. I hope not. They didn't mention that either. But it's so funny how people think of really like, I was gonna say expensive, but really cheap ways to get out of spending money. And at first I'm thinking, because couponers were a smart thing, because you get a surplus of stuff. But at the same time, that's good because they are spending money, but they're spending, nothing wrong with like not spending money or saving more money. But the thing with Cheapskates, what is it called? Oh, this isn't it. That's another show. Yo, TLC is wild, bro. TLC is definitely wild. They be having these shows out here like this, My Big Fat American Greek Wedding or something like that. And they're gorgers and gypsies. They be having fights with each other. I don't know why. Because they don't like, they have like beef with each other. And gorgers are supposed to be like regular, I was gonna say regular humans. Regular, they're not gypsies. That's pretty much it. Like, I would be a gorger. I think that's what, yeah, I learned from watching this show. And then, the episodes that they have on here is kind of the same thing to get ready for the, like, compared to the Cheapskates, this is different because it's not so cheap. They go all in. Their dresses are like custom made. And see, look at the huge dress. And the thing that I have a problem with is none of my business, but these gypsy marriages, they get married very young. And at least it's not by like the girl is younger, the guy's older. But they look like they're 15, 16, like 15 through 18 years old, and they're getting married. So I don't know why. This is like so weird to me. I'm not used to it. Like, I'm seeing it on TV, so I am used to it, but it's just like, would you get married at 18, 16, 17, 18 years old? I know that people do that, so it's not like, it's not so uncommon, but I don't know. I haven't so far gotten married, so I can't really say what the experience is, but I know that marriage is not easy. So the whole thing is that people spend all this money on this one day, and then that's what I sound like her, the cheap mom. She's like, no, we're not going to spend all this money on one day. But I'm saying, like, in a way of, people praise the day that you get into the wedding, but then when the marriage comes, nobody talks about the marriage except for their parents. Like, are you sure you want to get married? It's a hard thing, blah 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 blah. But you know, in America, they like Zales commercials and holiday wedding. Like, I look at my timeline on Facebook, someone's getting married or someone's having a kid. It's just like, even during COVID. So it's like people are rushing to have a family, and I don't know. Do I want to have kids? No, I don't. I don't want to have kids. I'm not that type of person. And do I want to get married? Well, depends on the person, because like, if they're cool with not having kids, if we adopt, then I'm cool with that. I guess one kid would be okay. No, I'm sorry. No, but it's just like so weird to have kids. I feel like I have no. Let me move back. Okay, that's better. It's just so weird that. Look, see? I'm looking at the background at the TV show, and it's weird. You know, they be having fights and stuff like that. Oh, Billy Bob didn't like what John said. So they got to scrap up. And it's not always the dudes, it's the girls that be fighting. Like, there was a cousin and the bride to be. They had an argument. She got out the truck. The cousin got out the truck and she was like, "I'm not helping at the day of the wedding." She's just like, "Forget this." And she had an attitude. That's what I'm saying. And she's young, so like, it's too soon. I think it's like you have to develop those, like, they're gonna be young divorces. That's what I'm gonna say. They're gonna be divorced young, I'm just saying. Alright. This is so funny. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna make this short because I've been 14 minutes. Did you get a PS4? I mean a PS5? Because everybody's talking about it, hyping it up. I am not gonna get one this year. My wish, or my main thing about right now, is getting an apartment for myself, and then we'll see about PS5. But what do you guys think? Would you I don't know. I'm talking about, would you get a PS5? But I really meant to say, would you get married young? Or no, the main top of the question is, Would you have your parents pay for your wedding if they're cheapskates? Comment below, let me know. And thank you for watching. I'm trying to make these videos not so long. And I made it to 15. Yes! Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye!